What is up, home slices? It is James. It is Hoss. How are you, Mr. Hoss?
I am not too bad, to be fair. I expected this to go to a third game, and I'm happy I was right.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
We are into Dust 2. It's the
classic.
Indeed. I was going to say something descriptive about the map, but I couldn't say anything descriptive about the map. I lost all my words. Thank you for saving me there.
It's fine. It's fine. It was not a top tier save, but it was a save nonetheless.
Okay, so HellRaisers versus Deponeret. One map apiece. I'm not sure what to say right now because I mean this Deponeret team is a team that I personally have not seen much of. I'm not sure how many people have. I thought at one point FeTiSh was out of the team and Kadian was in the team, but it seems FeTiSh is in the team and Kadian's out of the team. So who knows? I mean, Denmark is a place where you often see a lot of changes in these teams. You could almost call them mixy teams.
Yeah.
And HellRaisers obviously is a brand new team with 40% change in their lineup. So I can't really tell you what to expect in this game. All I can say is Kucher's been playing really well with Yorp. Pleasantly surprised. Outside of that, obviously they've got Nico to answer him on the Deponeret team. And I think Nico is someone, I want to say, who will take a kind of more dominant role. Like if they both try to dominate mid, I can see Nico being the aggressor, essentially, and Kucher maybe looking for a pick later on in the round as opposed to the initial duel. But time will tell. Yeah,
and I'm actually really impressed with how Kucher's been performing with this AWP. It's pretty big shoes to fill of simples, but he's been doing it really well, and it shows. HellRaisers have pulled a map back, and now they're on Dust 2, and we are into the knife round. And I know how much you love casting knife rounds.
Absolutely I do. So much so, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, just have a annihilation.
In fact, I'm going to play with my Balisson comb. And once again, HellRaisers lose the knife. Catching up with Dat's record in the best of 5, where they lost 5 knife rounds.
It's a good ratio.
I have a question, actually. Like, with a best of 3, do you do 1 knife round for the third map? And have it so one person picks a map and the second team chooses the side? I think that might be better. But we will see. It's discussion for another time, as we are about to get into the pistol round. So, let's see what is going to happen here now. Got Pimp fishing for information in the mid area. Gonna just poke through the double doors, ask some questions of the T's.
Goes for another peek just to see what is atop that hill. FeTiSh doing the same for short, but not seeing anything. It's a very quiet round from HellRaisers, and you don't really expect anything else on the way they've been performing tonight. Very slow, very passive, very let's try and sell this fake and wait until the last minute. And even on pistol rounds, they're doing it.
Indeed. So they are really being impressive with their slow plays. But it leaves us with a lot of time to talk about things. Right now, not a lot's happening. Just being very patient, looking for the CTs to peek in the wrong place at the wrong time, try and get that connection again. You've got Dosia just waiting for a potential push from the CTs, and Kjaerbye is right up close and personal in that smoke. But we are going to see a push towards short. Now this nade from AdreN will either go down into CT spawn to cover the arch, or will be on the platform. In fact, it will be the latter, and that will allow Angel to try and push up the ramp, but he's going to get shot from Pimp, who was already on CT. Dosia now trying to push along, does get 2 frags there, which is going to give the T's an important part of map control. Just checking the pit there. Almost shot his teammate, and just going to get ripped in half by that CZ. It's going to be a closed casket funeral for him as Pimp takes back control of long.
And aizy tried doing his best to take back short, but failed doing so. The flash goes in, and FeTiSh goes down. Now it's Pimp 1 versus 3. It's going to be hard for him to take this one back, and he is not successful. HellRaisers take the pistol round.
AdreN got a jumping frag there from behind the box.
How many MP9s?
2.
Mac 10? Mac 10?
Oh, of course. Not me MP9 on this
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, essentially got it correct.
Thing.
So 2 Mac 10s and a pistol. That's quite reasonable, actually. I think the Mac 10 is definitely better than the MP9.
Especially the close quarters like we're seeing here. Dosia just wrecking face alongside AdreN there. Switches out his pistol, going to charge down Pimp and gets that frag, and now it's just aizy left.
Well, that escalated quickly, as they say. aizy trying to get some work in with that P250. No frags to speak of for Deponeret on that round. Final eco coming in for the CT side. Let's see how this goes for them. Those Mac 10s going to be rocking the show once again. Excuse me. Dosia with $6,000 in the bank, rocking with that Mac 10 like he's in a rap video.
That's they could even go for a double AWP setup when it comes to a gun round. They've just got so much money behind them right now. As Kjaerbye is the man on short. Spots out one player, is joined by two of his teammates. It's going to be a crazy rush up mid. Angel gets one, gets two, not able to find a third, but it's Dosia to get one in there, as it's now just Kjaerbye left. It was pretty good work though from Deponeret, dropping 3 players there.
Absolutely, that will take a bigger chunk out of the economy. Kucher going straight for the AWP, no messing around, immediate purchase there from him. Nico getting one on his side as well. Looks like Kucher's going to go for a long timing. In the meantime, Nico may be doing exactly the same, so this will be interesting. Nico with 2 plays in front of him though, wondering if there's going to be a pop flash here. He's going to peek the corner, but Kucher's going to get there first, so it is going to be instant aggression from Kucher. He's going to get double naded, I think, by the CTs in return, and there's going to be a fast push on B in the meantime. Look how far away the CTs are on the A bomb site. This is already practically unwinnable for them. Look, Pimp is miles away, Kjaerbye is miles away.
They're trying their best to rotate round here though. Kjaerbye maybe just looking for some exit frags. Dosia just going to be sitting at the back, making sure no one can come through the tunnel area. Kjaerbye playing safe, Pimp playing safe, and everybody is happy.
I apologise in advance. Well, it wasn't really advanced, but I apologise. So, Pimp holding a very long angle, and it's not going to pay off as he's not going to get a full connection on AdreN. They're going to shoot him through the wall down to 71 HP. But all players should survive going into the next round. Love from Sparkle.
As HellRaisers go 4 rounds up now. Deponeret not really able to buy anything here. Going to have to just sit on the AWP they have. Going to give that one over to Nico.
That's the best AWP skin.
Which one?
The big green gun. Original and best.
As Dosia is going to be using his flashbangs there. Pimp can't really see much on short, has to fall back, but it's Nico who opens up the action.
I think Nico may have been standing on Pimp's head to get that frag onto short, actually, onto lower tunnel. So good play by him. There's no other reason for Pimp to be holding such a funky position, I think. Kjaerbye is going to be in control of long with support from Nico, just holding an angle there, instantly rotated the position of that big green gun. We've got the T's loitering in the mid area. Things are going well for them despite this disadvantage. They are 4-0 up versus the CTs. So far, so good.
As everything has gone quiet elsewhere. HellRaisers setting up for this 3-man push towards B as aizy gets his head shot off by Kucher's AWP, and AdreN follows up with another kill. The B bomb site is completely open. Dosia tried going for the mid to B, but now has to fall back.
Yeah, he was in a position to try and stop the flanks from the CTs, and once again they are going to be admiring the proceedings from a distance. Kjaerbye looking to potentially get some frags from the exits here. He's going to be playing
Nico gets one of the exits.
Indeed, so they're just trying to cause as much damage as possible. Dosia is going to go down to Kjaerbye here. He's just admiring his head, and we'll tap him down. Just taking his time there, just in case his teammate was behind him, so he could get 2 frags. Again, we saw 3 frags from Dosia on Inferno apps a map or 2 ago. So, 1 surviving for HellRaisers. Let's have a look at the cash on their side. Once this buy comes out, flamie starts the round with 12, well, $13,000, just shy of. So he won't be too worried.
No, flamie is the bank of HellRaisers right now, as Nico and FeTiSh both have an AWP here, and Nico's going for the quick peek yet again towards A.
Okay, you can see FeTiSh going over towards the B site as well. So mid going to be deserted, as you commonly find at the beginning of this CT side. We'll probably eventually have a rotation over there. Dosia just going to be a sitting duck for Nico. Going to get taken out by those massive bullets of the sniper rifle.
Yep, kucher dropped as well, so that's a big threat down for Deponeret. No longer having to go up against that AWP means they can keep at range quite happily. As the mid to B comes in now. Flamie and Angel coming from CT spawn area. They're going to go into window. They're flashed up, can't see much for now. Going to pop their heads up. Double nade the back of the site, and that drops FeTiSh. They pick off aizy, who was by car, as they're going to get the bomb down for, I think, the third round in a row on this B bomb site.
Yeah, you have to wonder if the CTs are going to go for this one. They probably should, although Kjaerbye has got a bit of a rotation just coming through T-spawn at the moment. Lots of time for HellRaisers to get into post plant positions. AdreN just going to be peeking with timing onto the tunnel area as Pimp starts to push through double doors. Slowly but surely the CT start to emerge here, and the frag's not going their way though, and they're going to be completely cleaned out once again. 6-0 now for HellRaisers versus a Deponeret team who are going to force it up. Nico still got money for an orb.
Yes, he does, and everyone else having to settle for those normal automatic rifles, as Nico's actually going to go for a quick peek and gets legged or shot through the door. I'm not sure which it was. Down to 17 HP. He's not happy about that one.
Absolutely. But we have an aggressive push here from the B side. Again, things going terrible for Deponeret at the moment. They're going to have to change things up. They're going for a push now, trying to get control of B-Apps. Not getting the frag there, only the head showing. Going to be tapping him down to 37 HP. But Angel now coming back to try and retake control of these B-Ups. Gets the frag as well. Trade coming in there from aizy. But this is definitely not going in favor of Deponeret. They do have a man advantage here. They haven't seen the bomb though. Pimp is just holding an angle behind that smoke in case a push comes mid to B.
But HellRaisers, they're looking like this smoke is set up for the mid to B, but they might decide to boost. Nope, they're going to go straight for the mid to B. Two members of Deponeret are low. Pimp wasn't one of them. He just gets a clean shot from kucher. Get taken down. Kjaerbye 15 HP. Nico 17. And it looks like they are going to go to A after all, as Flamie drops Nico. It's just aizy and Kjaerbye left now. Kjaerbye low on this site. Gets one. Gets two. Can he get the third here? Two clean headshots so far. He's creeping around the box. Flashes up. Gets the frag.
What a fantastic hold there by Kjaerbye. Excellent clutch there. Two humongous frags there with the AK, which saved the round for his team. Then Team Flash comes in. He positions himself in a better position, then gets a free frag to take the first round for Deponeret. They took that round out of nowhere. HellRaisers annihilating them one by one. Slow death by paper cut. But Deponeret just barging their way back into this match with their first round on the board. There's going to be a defiant, confident frag there from Nico with the AWP on long. Going to be held close now by Kjaerbye, as Nico may choose to rotate a bit later. Aggressive play by Kjaerbye, going to get a frag, going to be traded by Dosia, but the clear out is real here, as only AdreN stands now for HellRaisers. I mean, this is a situation where I think he just needs to do as much damage as possible. Obviously, the CT economy is not fantastic by any means, and there's the first of those economic damage frags onto Pimp. The bomb is probably irretrievable. He gets the second frag, and now we get into the kind of region where he could even win the whole round, trying to tap Nico. Nico has to be careful, trying to adjust his position. No frag for either person yet. FeTiSh holding an angle can't really help Nico at this time. Nico probably going to hide and try and get a trade frag with FeTiSh as he comes out now. AdreN's fourth! He's a 1v4! Oh my god, that is a disaster! An absolute disaster for Deponeret.
I was going to say, are Deponeret going to finally get some momentum going after Kjaerby's clutch? But AdreN pulling it out of nowhere. That was just so many... It was such individual skill, and you could also argue mistakes from Deponeret. They were just constant 1v1s. There was no crossfire set up to try and deal with AdreN there.
AdreN is an absolute colossus for HellRaisers. We saw him clutch yesterday. He clutches today. He clutches all week. He's here all week. It's AdreN. Deponeret on pistols now. FeTiSh picked up an AK. Nico going to tap the bomb down. That's going to go down into the mid area. This is mayhem now. Anything could happen. HellRaisers in control of the bomb again. That's the first frag. Not sure where the other two remaining players are. That nade's going to do a lot of damage to Nico, but they're not sure that he's definitely there still. He could have rotated somewhere else. HellRaisers got to watch their back, got to watch their front, got to watch their sides as well. And Pimp's going to abuse that fact. Get the first frag. Dosia with the trade. Nico, 3 HP versus 2 now.
As it's just Nico, last man standing. The bomb's going to go over towards the B bomb site. Right now, I think Nico's just trying to find a gun that he can keep away. Just take it into the next round, save some money. He's creeping and gets taken down.
(8-1). HellRaisers are not giving Deponeret an inch. Double scouts coming out now for the Danish side. Double FAMASs. 1 M4. 2 helmets. Quite lacking in nades as well. Things are not looking good, to say the very least, here for Deponeret. HellRaisers just running away with it. Nobody knows what to expect from this team anymore. Kucher.
Oh, should have hit that shot, Nico.
Different type of enemy now.
After missing that shot, Nico falls back. Might look for the repeat here. He's double scoped in, but Dosia's AK is a lot stronger than the scout. As HellRaisers take another lead.
Flamie is 12-3 right now. We did expect him to be one of the stars on this new HellRaisers team, and he is proving that consistently in what few matches we have seen with this new lineup. Dosia just getting frags for free on long right now. It's going to be a one-man advantage, and it's going to be a hard defense, but nobody's pushing short for Deponeret, though they must still be paranoid about it as they only have one person on the A bomb site.
FeTiSh on 1 HP. It's going to be extremely hard for him to rotate anywhere near this, as aizy now gets tagged through the smoke. The bomb goes down. It's going to be near impossible for Deponeret to retake this. They know this. They're just going to go over to the B bomb site and save their weapons.
You have to wonder. It's about to be 9-1, and after a 1v4, how do you not be completely demoralized in that situation? Yeah. Nico even tried to delay the peak to force AdreN to come close, so he'd have to face him and FeTiSh at the same time, FeTiSh being near long doors, and they still lost a 2v1. Absolute insanity here from HellRaisers. And again, this new lineup is doing so well so far. I am really starting to wonder how high they can go.
Yeah, certainly, and it's only been a few weeks, and flamie's already being a superstar in this team, as you said. So give them more time to gel, get together, actually execute strats, get communication on point 100%, then how unstoppable are they going to be? I mean, Deponeret maybe not the best team, but they've got some really great names in there. If HellRaisers can come back from 1-0 down and still pull out moves like AdreN has done, it's an amazing start for them as a team.
How do you stop a team like HellRaisers when they just straight up walk through B tunnel and shoot you in the face? Becomes a difficult proposition to answer. They are all over this side of the map. flamie is covering the mid double doors area, so the CTs, despite being on eco, still going to find it hard to push and try and get some frags. Kjaerbye with the CZ will shoot Dosia in the face and may be able to save at least one rifle. A little bit of a salvage operation here for the CTs.
Deponeret just can't do anything. Even with 3 players alive, they're only able to grab 1 frag, and that's only 1 AK saved. AdreN now is going to punish Pimp. This is just becoming a slaughter on Dust 2.
Indeed, it is. Are we looking at 14-1 here? Let's have a look at the CT money. Ooh, they're just shooting each other in the head now. HellRaisers are always each other, shooting each other in the face. I don't know what to say. All I can do is point it out each time. I haven't seen them knife each other in this round, and that makes it, in this match, and that makes it an anomaly so far. But there's still a few rounds to go, so still time for them to knife each other, as they always seem to do. There's always Angel involved as well.
AdreN pulling off moves on over 100 ping as well is just amazing.
I know.
As Nico starts this round off in favour of Deponeret, and it's what they need. They just need to get some momentum building. Even 11-4 would be good for them. 12-3, just get some rounds on the board. As Kjaerbye now getting a second frag for his team. This could be the start of a massive comeback.
Well, it's going to have to be massive. It's going to be as big as, it's going to need to be as big as Canis Majoris. Google that if you don't know what that means. Because this deficit is almost insurmountable, though nothing is ever impossible until that 16th round is met. 2-10. Deponeret have doubled their score now.
Yeah,
It's
and
100% increase.
it is a 100% increase. And they could double this current score if they get some momentum going. HellRaisers, Dosia only sitting on $750 right now. So if Deponeret are able to grab another round here, then they could honestly do some damage towards the end of this half as Nico opens things up for the second round in a row.
Yeah, flamie getting a bit cheeky there, trying to duel the jeweler. It's kind of like oh, I can't make a Game of Thrones reference because you don't watch Game of Thrones. Never mind.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nico is the mountain. At least for this round, so far. I mean, generally speaking, in this match he isn't because it's 2-10, so moving swiftly on. It is a one-man advantage for Deponeret as HellRaisers search for some meaning in this round. Dosia on 17 HP, picked up that second AWP.
Short is probably the way for HellRaisers to go right now. Just looking at the map, 3 members towards B, 1 player down long and only 1 player holding short, but it looks like they're going to go for the mid to B. Of course, they don't have the information we do, but this could end badly.
Yeah, I think they were trying to fake it by throwing the smoke and then just like walking out mid as opposed to trying to rush and doing it quickly. Only 1 person showing as well, but FeTiSh is going to take him down. So Nico holding an angle on short just in case. 20 seconds on the clock, and this round is going to be Deponeret's.
It is, and this is going to be a 50% increase on their current standing.
Very, very nice.
As Nico
10 out of 10.
tags another member of HellRaisers. Dosia will fall with 7 seconds left on the clock, as Deponeret now have 3 rounds.
Yeah, all of a sudden they win a round without losing a single player. And HellRaisers have only lost 2 rounds in recent memory, but have completely decimated their economy. So not something to go unnoticed here as the mixed buy comes out. Now it's jumble cell time for HellRaisers into the second last round of this first half.
They might be actually regretting buying this round because they're going to have very little to buy in the last round of the half. So instead of maybe just losing 1 round and having really strong firepower for the last one of the half, they're going to have mediocre for 2 rounds in a row. We're seeing how this round's going.
Indeed, and if Deponeret can bring this back to 10-5, the score won't tell the story of the half, but it will give them definitely a very good opportunity to get back into the match in the second half. So HellRaisers may be feeling a bit overconfident here, but time will tell. 4 versus 2, make that 4 versus 1. Looks like this last round, second last round, will go in the direction of Deponeret. No plants for HellRaisers either. And they're mostly going to get out of buy here, actually.
Yeah,
so not terrible. Just that round loss bonus. Going to keep them in the mix. So HellRaisers, you can see, they are keeping an eye on their economy here, which is always going to be important. Now, see if Deponeret can bring this back to 10-5, or if HellRaisers will extend their lead to 7 rounds. AdreN peeking down into the corner of long, but it has been smoked by the CTs and they will retain control as it's going to be a fast push with 3 players now. HellRaisers turning up the heat, but out of the frying pan into the fire as Deponeret have a 2-man advantage.
But AdreN, never rule him out. We saw we can do in a 1v4 situation. They're currently 2 versus 4. They're out on this B bomb site. They get the first onto aizy, and now they just need to get a few frags before they can get the plant down. As AdreN falls.
Okay, so second wind towards the end of the half there for Deponeret. Let's have a look at how the kills have been going. flamie topping the board for the HellRaisers team with 15 frags. Got AdreN and Dosia on 10. In the meantime, Deponeret, Kjaerbye and Nico helping bring Deponeret back into this game with 12 frags apiece. So HellRaisers are going to go for a fast short push with 2 players. AdreN going to be supporting actor there, and going to go back to the mid area where we're going to have 3 people pushing long. So it's going to be short. So it's going to be a meeting of the minds. But who's going to come out victorious? It is going to be so Pimp shot FeTiSh and will assist Dosia in that frag, but it will be man advantage to the terrorist side as we have a 2-man short hold from Deponeret with support from Pimp. Angel's going to send aizy flying off the side into CT spawn. And it's 3 versus 2 now with flamie coming with the flank. Kjaerbye turning in time though, but flamie's the one who's going to get the frag. 2 versus 2. The CTs do have a kit as well. Pimp kind of stuck in CT spawn at the moment. As
Are they just going to go for it here? They are. And it looks like they might just do this. And they do. Really nice take there by HellRaisers.
Alrighty then.
The power of a defuse kit.
When things are going bad for you and you plant the bomb, they end up in mid.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes things just don't go your way. 11-5 in favour of HellRaisers. And the MP9 is coming out again, this time for Dosia as opposed to flamie, who's gone for the more sensible FAMAS straight away. But it is kucher with a pistol only, so he is saving for that AWP. Rush coming into the B bomb site.
Oh, that HE grenade just obliterated all 5 members. Combine that with a FAMAS, and, well, you can see the end of that story there. HellRaisers now 12-5, 4 rounds off taking this series. As Dosia, is he going to buy anything this round or just sit happy on his pistol? He should, in theory, buy something. There we go, the AW.
Going for a double up, and this time it's Dosia as opposed to flamie. Last time flamie pulled out, he did get his head ripped off by Nico. So it looks like Dosia's going to have a go. Have a go, hero, as they say in the sun.
Yes, they're actually going to push aggressive here. AdreN gets punished for it. Dosia now might think about pulling back as kucher leg shots Pimp on short. The nade follows, but that's not going to connect. It will be flamie to take out FeTiSh.
Okay, so Dosia has 2 people to contend with, and he's going to shoot. That's a problem that AdreN from Team Liquid, I believe, has mentioned. See, Dosia shot the middle of the door and did absolutely no damage whatsoever to the opposition on the terror side. So that's definitely something that needs to change in this game, because that's a frag that should have been and wasn't. Anyway, it's going to be flamie versus 3. The bomb gets thrown over to the other side, and Deponeret not out of this yet, but that is something. I think maybe we make a highlight of that. I'll have a look at it on the VOD later, because I'm pretty sure that that was on point. But yeah, Dosia shot the middle of the door frame there, and that is like 10 brick walls in a row versus a pea shooter. Moving on, we are into round 19, and we have the force buy coming out for the CTs. AdreN 34 HP already. flamie now with the AWP. It is past the parcel with that big green gun on the CT side. Passive positioning from the terrors. You can see they are a bit, well, they are unready to take the B bomb site, sorry, the tunnels, but they are going in there. FeTiSh just checking all of his corners, making sure there are no people in dodgy areas.
Kjaerbye throws the flashbang out, gets the frag onto Dosia, and now kucher will peek him with the 5-7, chases him down, and gets that frag and claims himself an AK-47. This force buy working out okay so far, as Angel now picks up a frag onto FeTiSh. The health bars aren't too great, as kucher and AdreN find out the hard way, as Nico is going to be able to plant this bomb now on this A site, and flamie should probably try and save this AWP if he can, but Nico says no.
There is no kit on the remaining player. Has managed to pick up the AWP though, and he will just be holding an angle on the tunnel. I don't think he is going to be challenged, as looking at the money on the Deponeret side, it is hardly sparkling with diamonds here. Haven't been doing well for a while. It is going to be an uphill struggle here. This is the last map of this best of 3, so a long road to victory for Deponeret, but they're not doing terribly bad at the moment after a pretty bad CT side. Now it's HellRaisers' turn to suffer.
Yep, Deponeret get their 7th round on the board now and take a good number of weapons across to the next round as well. They've still got that AWP, which is getting dropped for Nico. He will use this again, and he could go for a quick peek. Oh, he could have gone for a quick peek towards the B site, but instead he's just going to settle for the anticipated jump across, but not finding anything there. Angel trying to challenge, but again, not finding anything, as AdreN is the first to fall. Dosia going to chase down with the 5-7 and suffers the same fate.
Okay, so CT's being cleaned up, as you would expect on the Nico like this. Angel not finding anybody to shoot just yet. And I'd be surprised if he managed to save this gun on this occasion, because it's going to be a long time to try and save it. And we can see aizy is hunting for them already, as Deponeret prepared to put the bomb down. They've cleared the A site already. Bomb is coming up long, and aizy is just going to hold that position. He probably presumes that the remaining players are in B, so he's just going to make sure that their options to rotate on the map are limited as the Ts start to search for these last two CTs. Angel desperately looking all over the place. He knows the hunt's going to be coming. Can he find the right Ts at the right place in the right time? Kucher getting some pistol kills. There's the first frag for Angel. Smoke's come out though. He has no idea if someone's pushing that smoke or not. Kucher getting a second frag. Now things looking horrible for Deponeret. They can't chase too much because otherwise they're going to have no money as well.
Yeah, this is when good things turn bad. Deponeret had no real need to chase this, to try and suffocate the CTs, but they did. And they lost 3 members because of it.
Now only Nico survives, so Deponeret going to be walking the tightrope now. They will be able to buy. However, if HellRaisers manage to win this round, then Deponeret are going to be in dire straits.
It will not look good for them as HellRaisers put together a full buy of their own. Flamie having the AK-47 as Kucher opens things up onto aizy.
I can only assume aizy was going for a timing pick there, but Kucher was there well in advance. Nico picks up the AWP again, is going to be carrying the bomb around as well. Going to have Dosia right up and close and personal with that smoke. So if that smoke tries to get pushed, then he's going to have an early advantage. Bomb is heading up towards short now, but they have been smoked off. Pimp down to 9 HP.
He is very low as Kucher returns some grenades there on towards short. The bomb is still undecided as it's going to be Dosia who gets a little bit impatient waiting down long.
Dosia, no need for him to peek like that.
Yep, as FeTiSh follows up onto AdreN as well here. This could be going all pear-shaped for HellRaisers as it's now 2 versus 4. Admittedly, Pimp and Kjaerbye are very low, but FeTiSh now drops Angel. Flamie, 1 versus 4.
That round collapsed for them very, very quickly indeed. Dosia peeked long, got killed. That lost in control of long. That put the AWPer in a horrible position where he was facing people coming at him from short and long because the long cover was down basically. So just one peek from the CTs and that round completely collapsed for HellRaisers. Let's have a look at their money as Flamie is the only one to save a gun. It is absolutely awful right now. So Deponeret definitely with 4 surviving players in a strong position to come back into this round, and the slightest mistake there from Dosia could cost them a fair few rounds here.
It certainly could, as Deponeret are closing the gap quite quickly as we have a quick pause in here as well.
Right, so apparently this pause may go on for a little while. Not sure exactly what the problem is, but it may be a few minutes before we continue this match. So I think we will quickly cut to a break. And it shouldn't be too long, 1 or 2 minutes, guys, and then we'll be back with the rest of the match. So stay tuned. We are back in the mix here. As you can see, we have resumed the match No bullets fired just yet. Deponeret 9, HellRaisers 12. FeTiSh had a weird issue, had to restart his Steam, and now he is back ready to continue with the match. So let's have a look at the setup for both teams here. We have a 2-0-3 setup here with 3 players on the A bomb site. Very aggressive positioning here from Kucher, looking to get a fast surprise on the short area. He's got people jumping up, gets the first frag on one player to his left, gets a frag on the player to his right. 2 HP, doesn't manage to escape, but he's done humongous damage here. AdreN is rolling with a Mag 7 at the moment in long, so that's going to be quite interesting if they choose to push that.
Yeah, it looks like Deponeret are looking towards this B bomb site, so that Mag 7 isn't going to be too helpful in this situation as aizy goes for the peak. Not able to find anything, may fire a few bullets towards long, but Angel is ready and waiting. They trade 1 for 1 there as Nico knows there's a player at the back there. Not able to find that shot either. Gets it the second time though. 2 versus 2. This Mag 7, this is where it hurts HellRaisers more than it helps them.
He's not even picking up the AK though, just going to continue with the Mag 7.
Oof. Nice pick there from Dosia. Stopping the bomb plant from Kjaerbye, and Nico has to fall back and wait a few seconds here. AdreN is going to go and try and get up close and personal with Nico here as Dosia switches to his P2000. Not able to find anything. Going to go for the knife, but AdreN, the Mag 7, there we go. Close quarters.
Mag 7 all the way from long to the last second, last shot of the round. So another buy going to come out here for Deponeret. HellRaisers with a good round there. Going to continue things. Again, neither team now are going to have a fantastic economy, but CTs will have just enough to buy if they lose. Actually, never mind that. They've exhausted their supplies. That lag on the main HUD there before pressing tab, so never mind.
As Dosia trying to fend off anyone that was to peek long. The bomb's been dropped at the top of mid while Deponeret feel out how HellRaisers are set up here. AdreN toying with Kjaerbye and his teammate at long. Angel's gone for the aggressive push here and gets punished for it by the pistol of aizy, but flamie comes for backup and they trade 1 for 1.
Okay, so it is a buy round. Let's remember that for both teams here. Bit of lag on the weaponry there on this little HUD we see. But a minute on the clock, a whole round minute, and CTs, was going to say are not doing too bad, but kucher does fall in the mid area. Not going to be pushed just yet, but of course this will stretch the CTs more and more. You can see AdreN getting a bit anxious, trying to find out some information. In fact, they have nobody on the A side. As Dosia's going to fall for the mid to B smoke and push towards B, but they're all on short. He's still running towards the B bomb site and it's completely left A open. All down to AdreN to try and defend versus an open 2 rifles. He is in an awkward position. We'll just go into the pit and try to hold long as his teammates go for the retake towards the short area, but going to have lots of firepower here on the T side as Pimp gets the first frag and the second one. Only AdreN to try and save this for his team now, but we've seen what he did versus 4.
And he's not going to be able to do it versus 2 there as Pimp finishes him off. And this game that was once 10-5 has now closed to 13-10 as HellRaisers have to eco another one here. So it could even be 13-11.
Yeah, HellRaisers may live to regret that peak on long, because that really did just change the entire match for them. 1-man advantage, getting a bit greedy and paid for it.
This nade towards the B tunnels though could do a lot, as flamie has to retreat way away from that site but gets picked off before he can do so. And it's going to have to be an all-in, try and retake this with 3 pistols, as Dosia might actually catch someone off guard here. Gets one. It gets taken down by Nico, who finds another frag, and it's just AdreN left, who's somehow found his way into no man's land on the middle of the site. And it's now 13-11 in favor of HellRaisers.
Now Deponeret getting some chunks of cash into the bank on their side, and HellRaisers still with just a mad ropey economy right now. So another eco is going to come out. We've got P250's Deagle for AdreN as opposed to Dosia, who we normally see a Deagle on. flamie with that CZ, a nade and a smoke. AdreN going to throw that flash behind the smoke, so it will force the retreat from FeTiSh. Now the B bomb site has been completely deserted, but how long will it be until Deponeret find out? Not very long, as the push is coming in, and it's going to be HellRaisers trying to stop them through mid. Sorry, 3 CT spawn, but they are smoked off. So a free bomb site for the T's, and they are in control of the tunnels as well. That nade is going to be quite juicy indeed, and this round is going to be a complete failure for the HellRaisers team.
Yep, Grenades picking up 2 frags there, as it's now just kucher and flamie left. Just kucher with Deagle in hand, not able to do anything with that weapon, as Deponeret closed the gap to 1 single round, as HellRaisers are on a buy round now. They've got the AWP on kucher, they've got the firepower in their arsenal to try and pull this one back. In my opinion, they just need to stop going for these peaks and hold the sights. See if they can just use smokes, use flashes, delay Deponeret, and get the frags.
Is AdreN going for a lower tunnel push? I'm not quite sure at the moment. He's just going to jump up onto the Xbox. That's just madness. These guys are going bananas right now. And this is the round where if they lose this, they could lose the entire match. So that was a little bit crazy. Going for something unexpected, but he exposed himself to everybody in the mid area. Trades coming in though, going in the favor of Deponeret. 2 CTs left. Kucher gonna even things back up again and bounce all the way back up, get a frag onto the B-bomb site as well. How on earth did HellRaisers win that round?
Going from madness to clutch in I don't know how many seconds.
Anarchy. Anarchy. Absolute anarchy here in the Star Ladder SLTV StarSeries, as you can see on the right-hand side of your screen. This, I don't even know what to say about that round. That was absolute madness. 2-round advantage now. Still another buy coming out. Excellent shot there by Pimp with the timing on long. He may go and throw that AWP back over to Nico. Indeed he will. So excellent play there by Pimp. We saw aizy try that earlier, but he didn't get there in time. This time Pimp, just with great pre-fire, took down kucher before he knew what hit him. AdreN now with the AWP. 2-man advantage for Deponeret as FeTiSh does take down flamie.
As FeTiSh looking to push through mid here, might find the crosshair of Dosia. Dosia spots 1 player go across there, gets flashed up, has to fall back from that one, but Angel rotates round and drops Pimp, who was trying to jump up onto short. The smoke's going to go out to fake the mid to B, followed by the flash. And another flash, as FeTiSh is going to drop Dosia and AdreN in very quick succession, and Angel is the last man standing. 1 versus 4. Going to try and save this M4, I think. Excellent
individual play there by FeTiSh to open up that bomb site very, very strongly. And 12 to 13. Let's look at the HellRaisers economy. It's going backwards and forwards. All they've got is hundreds in the bank there. Those are the closest to a grand, but not quite there. And after winning that previous round, that's going to be a reset round loss bonus. So things are going to look difficult here for HellRaisers. It may end up being 14-14 before they can buy again. They're just teasing Angel as they surround him. He does change his position. Very, very smart there by Angel. Good timing.
That's a nice grenade, but not nice enough.
Right. It's crunch time.
It is indeed.
Wow, look at that. That is a no-buy round for HellRaisers. No buy whatsoever. I'd be surprised if I even saw a P250 on anybody except for Dosia. And in fact, it will be Dosia who buys a P250. Angel going down to 1,600 buying one as well. So next to nothing on the HellRaisers bank. Looking a bit bearings at the moment.
Just seeing what kills they can get here. As Pimp jumps across, gets the headshot onto flamie.
This is looking really tough for HellRaisers. We've seen how much clutch they have in their team, but they're certainly not making it easy for themselves. AdreN gonna get shot in the brain by Kjaerbye. As they take it slowly. Now they're up against the Nico. They're not going to want to rush around any corners and get shot in the face by a P250. Speaking of which, we still have that P250 on Angel, who is playing in B tunnels. So he's not going to find anybody anytime soon. Those who are getting a bit excited there. Did he just... I think he did see the person on short. Looks away from the flash, but I'm really not expecting much, if anything, from HellRaisers in this round.
No, Angel and Dosia might decide to save these P250s, but Kjærbye's going to go for the push here and drop kucher. They are going to find 1 frag, as Pimp does follow it up with the frag onto Dosia. Angel trying to trade from long range. It's not going to go in his favour, as Deponeret even things up. 14-14.
Okay, now we need to see what the money's like for HellRaisers. I mean, this is so ropey for them at the moment. They're
going for it.
They are indeed, otherwise it's overtime, so they're all in right now. They are well and truly all in, but they are up against AKs and an AWP. But AdreN and flamie both have no armor.
That needs a good start onto Nico. It stopped him going for the quick pick and drops him down to 69 HP. And now HellRaisers, they need to just not repeat what they did in the last game, last buy round, going for those silly picks. That one was a nice calculated pick, getting the frag onto Pimp, and it puts them advantage HellRaisers.
You've always got to be wary of a double boost when there's a smoke in mid. No, those are going to get taken out by Nico, and that's one of the players with armor on the CT side. Of course, getting shot with the AWP was not going to make much of a difference. Two people holding long for the CCs. We've got Angel backed up by AdreN. So, an armored player with armor. A player sans armor, sorry. And again, Kjaerbye is just waiting for this short push so he can try and pinch along at the same time. In the meantime, flamie could not be further away from where this push is going down. Kucher, though, going to get a frag. And Angel going to get taken out and long. So, AdreN's going to try and hide his location, but Kjaerbye is going to get the better of him. 2 versus 3 now. Nico holding down short with the AWP, where both the CTs are going to be. It's do or die here for HellRaisers.
They need to move quickly. This bomb isn't going to stay planted forever, and it looks like they're going to go for the save.
They don't have a
play
kit.
For the overtime.
They don't have a kit. They cannot get to the site anywhere near fast enough and clear out these 3 players to defuse the bomb. So HellRaisers in a very difficult position. On the plus side, saving these weapons, they are going to have a good round bonus, but is it going to be enough to bring them into overtime here? Look at that money.
Kucher 3,000. He does have a weapon though. AdreN 2,400. Angel Dosia 2,500. It's not great.
It is not
gonna have to make do.
Spectacular at all. So, HellRaisers playing for their survival in this match, and you have to look back to Dosia peeking long in that round where they had a man advantage to see where things changed here for HellRaisers. Now they find themselves against map point with a ropey buy. Scout on Dosia. AdreN with no primary weapon. Although if they're in the right place, then that can change very quickly, but they do need to get that frag. Look how limited their nades are as well. They have 4 flashes and nothing else. Look at all the nades on the Deponeret side. They are flush. They are flashing the cash.
Going from AdreN in a clutch 1v4 situation to this dire situation for HellRaisers. The flashbang goes in fact, sorry, the smoke goes out. That's going to smoke off the spawn, followed by the flash. Pimp's going to drop down, push through, and not find anyone.
Indeed, looks like that smoke was a fake to pretend they were going towards the A site when it is in fact going to be a B split. So the 2 players on a B split on the B site, can they hold? flamie and Angel get a frag each, but the trade frags come in both for HellRaisers. Pimp with 3 HP. He's getting important frags there. Going to give his team a 1-man advantage as HellRaisers must go for this retake. Kucher does have a defuse kit, but he needs to find a frag here. Very nice peek there. Going to give him information. 1 is close, 1 is a headshot. AdreN is down. Kucher is the only man to hold it. 1 person disconnected from the server. No faith in his teammate. Kucher versus 3 has to push through the smoke as well. The GGs are coming in, and there are the GGs. HellRaisers so close, and yet so far. This new roster have put in great work, put in fantastic work. They had a monstrous start to this side, but they just couldn't bring it to 16, a story we've seen before from HellRaisers. Just cannot get it over the edge when it counts.
Yeah, they had a really, really strong first half, and as I was saying, AdreN in that clutch 1v4 situation, that's got to give you so much momentum. But they just had nothing coming out in that second half.
It was all for nothing. Let's have a look at the groups and see how that impacts things here. Now, Deponeret are in a situation where they are on 6 points of Versus Pro and HellRaisers. And we'll have to see who makes it out of that group, as it seems we have a 3-way tie. We'll have to wait to hear from Stolyarov on how that will be resolved. So we'll let you know as soon as we do. But, I mean, HellRaisers, it was in their hands. Look how strong their first half was. I don't know how they did not manage to bring this over the edge. But again, I just can't get that peak on long out of my mind with a man advantage. As soon as Dosia went down, that round was lost for them, and Deponeret managed to take it 16-14. So that's all. That's going to be all from us here today, and we will be back with more streaming on Tuesday. So look out for that, guys. More information in the coming days. Will be more giveaways as well. And once again, we are doing a Dragon King M4 giveaway. So look out for that on the Twitter page, twitter.com/FaceIt. Until then, we will see you next week.